Today we're talking about travel smart beyond the visa and tickets. Welcome to Advantage Conversations, and I'm your lovely host, Amanda. And today I have in the Advantage Studios Mr.
Joseph Safro.
Okay.
I'm with the Enterprise Insurance Business Development Team, and I'm also in charge of managing our travel insurance.
Amazing. And say you are.
Okay, I'm Bright Dakwa. I'm with Adansi Travels with the projects team and also handle the insurance for our team.
Amazing. So you're welcome. Today we'll be talking about all things travel insurance, visa, and Adansi may also tell us about some of the fantastic packages you have, especially summer is coming up and all that. So you're all welcome to the studio. Okay. So maybe let me start with Bright. I know Adansi has been doing some work over the years. What are some of the things that travelers, reach out to you for? What are some of the things they are interested in knowing about, traveling when they reach out to Adansi?
Okay, so mostly people reach out concerning their flights, bookings, visa comes mostly top. Visa consultations. So we do visa consultations for them. We do flight bookings. Then there are other services we also render, like the travel insurance. We sell ASIANs. Then when it comes to what we also do, we do a lot of package tours. So as they come in, we let them know that there are tours that they can take advantage of either outside or within Ghana.
Amazing. Okay. So before we talk about travel insurance, when people come to you about visa consultations, what are some of the tips that you'd like to share to the audience when it comes to getting the visa right so that you can get the application to go through?
So mostly you need to know where the person is going, because interesting, there are some countries you don't need visa to go to. So there are some visa-free countries. There are some of the countries that are visa on arrival or e-visas. Then we come to the regular ones that are the visa, the stick visa that they need. So we get to know where they are going, then advise and let them know the documentations that they will need to put together. Then we help them prepare as to put together some of those documents and get them prepared for the trip they want to embark on.
Amazing. Okay. So you talked about the fact that you help with travel insurance. So Joseph, what is travel insurance and why is it so important? Because most of us will say that God is our insurer. Once we pray and go and see the pastor and he gives us anointing oil and holy water, we are sorted. So is there really a need for travel insurance in our day?
Yes, there's a need for travel insurance. So as you said in your introductory, beyond the visas, what next? We at Enterprise Insurance, we give you the advantage by securing you during your travel. So when you go out there, you are faced with a lot of risk. And that is when the insurance comes in. There might be some medical emergencies, you might have some flights delays, flight cancellations, and all those things. That is when the insurance will come in to give you that peace of mind so that we can have a smooth travel and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. So let me ask you, how is travel insurance important for you, especially as a travel and tour business? Why do you insist that your customers should have travel insurance when they come to you?
At Adansi, we do a lot of package tours or group tours. And I believe that's where the travel insurance comes in handy, because when someone buys a tour from you, the person wants a total experience.
Okay.
So if the person goes out there and something happens, for us, we want to sell something, a total experience to you. And that's when the travel insurance comes in. When it comes in, it gives us the peace of mind. Normally, travel insurance is not compulsory for all countries.
Yeah.
But we decided to embed it in all our travels.
Okay.
And just when we did that, I think even the first one, the first group we did it for, there was one lady who arrived at the airport. And just at the airport, I think she was using the slippers and using the escalator and mistakenly stepped on the escalator and had a very deep cut. And so instantly, the travel insurance had to be activated. They rushed her to the hospital. The bill that was quoted was way, way beyond what she had on her as money. So I had to quickly call Joseph and activate the travel insurance, and she got covered fully. All her bills were paid.
Amazing. So Joseph, let me ask you from this experience, do you work with some international partners or enterprise has offices outside the country? What happens? So if I travel and then something happens and I have to activate a travel insurance, what do I do?
Okay, so we have partnership with Maudi. They are based in Spain, but they have outlets or branches across the country. They have about 60 branches across the country and about 30 customer service contacts outlets across the globe. So any country that you are in, when you have any challenges, we have some emergency lines.
Mm,
You can just WhatsApp or place a phone call and email, then you'll be assisted, irrespective of what country that you are in. Yeah.
amazing. So if I travel and something happens, do I necessarily have to make the request in the country or I can return and then put in a claim? I think today I learned about claims. So,
Yeah, okay. So Maudi has a 24-hour assistance system.
okay.
So the first point of call is with the emergency contact numbers. You can just send a WhatsApp and they will give you the advice. At most of the times when you travel out there, you might not even know that there's a hospital nearby. But with they have all those information, they can direct you. Or in some cases, like what happened in Bright instances, they actually came to pick
No.
the customer from the hotel
Oh, wow.
to the hospital. So these are some of the easiness that you can get. But if you are not able to also access or you don't even contact them, then you know your way around and you go to the hospital. Afterwards, when you submit all those receipts, it will be refunded to you.
Amazing. So, Bright, you're talking about visa-free countries and visa demand countries. So assuming if you were speaking to a young person like me who is currently in school and is looking at some destinations, they just want to travel somewhere so that they can have something, someone say, I want a stamp in my passport. What would be some of the cool destinations that they could consider?
So when it comes to documentation, like I said, there are a lot of visa-free countries. Currently, you could do South Africa is visa-free for Ghanaians.
For Ghanaians, okay.
Singapore is visa-free. Kenyan. So some of the African countries, like I've mentioned, Kenya, a few other African countries are visa-free. Most of the Asian countries are also visa-free. You can have like Philippines, you can have like Singapore, which are nice places. Then a lot of also the other places are visa or e-visas, like the Dubai's, the Qatar, and all those places are e-visas. You don't need much. You basically need your passport, your
Okay.
hotel and airline bookings, and your passport picture, and you can have visas for those places.
Amazing.
Beyond that, then we come to the big deal ones, the US, the
Yeah.
UK's that demand visas. And so for those ones, you need to gather your documents and we assist you get that.
Amazing. So for assuming I went to South Africa visa free, what would my travel insurance offer me?
For our travel insurance, we have two main packages for the compulsory countries and the non-compulsory countries. So with the non-compulsory countries, we have several packages to cover all packets. So it depends on your packet. We have the ones comprehensively covered. Then we have others too, which is very pocket friendly. I think recently we even introduced more pocket friendly packages.
Amazing.
As low as $8, you can get a 7-day cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what other benefits do I have apart from it being affordable for the travel insurance? So we've talked about medical. I'm hearing medical. Are there any other covers that you get?
Yeah. So even before I even talk about the other covers with the medical, not just those medical emergencies, even when we talk about repatriation and you might be in a country, you cannot get that medical attention that you need over there. So the transportation to maybe another country or another facility and all those things you are covered. Then apart from that, we also provide a 24-hour assistance, as I mentioned earlier on. You have a personal accident cover too as well. Then the most risks that will pay a lot of claims. That is flight delays. So when there's a delay after 4 hours, you can get yourself some cool meal, maybe some you have to stay, transportation to your hotel accommodation, bills and all that. It will be covered. Then also, at times you travel, there are certain emergencies. You need to cash out the travel and come back.
Yeah.
The curtailment, that one too, you are covered in some instances and all that. So these are some of the benefits that you get from our travel insurance.
Amazing. Right, let me come back to you. So you talked about you have packages and etc. What would be some of the tips? Because for the young generation, everybody wants affordability, right? So what would be some of the tips if I said I wanted to travel to South Africa or the US to get the right ticket, so that it's affordable on my pocket? Because once I slap travel insurance, it's still going to, add on. So what would be some of the tips that you want to share with our audience, to be able to get a good ticket, a good seat on the aircraft, and etc. etc.
So I think it begins with planning. You need to plan when you want to travel and approach the right people, like what Adansi does. Because that's one of the reasons why we do a lot of the group tours.
Okay.
Because when you are traveling as a group, at least your cost is shared.
Okay.
And so it might not be as expensive as you think. We do trips to South Africa. You could have a 6-day trip going for as low as, let me say, $1,500, including hotels, including flight in and out, including the tours you do and everything. So if you speak to the right people, I'm sure, and you plan, you should be able to, there should be a trip for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have payment plans available?
Yes, we have a couple of payment plans. We have what we call the save now and travel later, where you call, and that's where the planning comes in. So if I know I'm traveling next year, we have a system where you can pay in installments until whenever you want to travel, and you can do that.
Okay.
We have also, for those who are working and are salaried workers, we have some partnerships with some banks. We call the travel now, pay later,
Okay.
where you can approach the partner banks if you're a salaried worker, and they give you more of a salary loan to be able to travel with, and they spread it over. And for most of the banks we are working with, you get to pay within 18 months. That's 1 year, 1.5 years.
Okay.
At least it makes it quite flexible for you.
Amazing. So for those of you who are listening and watching, I think that for those of you who are planning that weekend getaway with your spouse or just for your own self, that holiday, I think you should reach out to Adansi and see what exciting packages that they would have in store. So, Joseph, you were talking about bundled packages. How is the pricing like? If I decide to take a short trip, so I'm just going around the circle and I'll be back in 5 days, do I really need a travel insurance?
Yeah, you really need a travel insurance in the sense that the risks you can't determine that, or you would know that the moment you even step in the airplane, you may be exposed to a risk. So you can't say that, oh, I'm traveling to maybe just even Togo. There's no risks involved and no, then we might be exposed to a risk. So that is when the travel insurance come in to give you that protection in your travel, whether long or short stays and all that. Yeah.
So you also talked about the basic cover. So this basic cover that you're talking about, you know how Ghanaians feel when a product is very cheap, then it means that you are undercutting us and will not get all the benefits, you are lying. So is the basic cover different from what you currently have on the market? Are the benefits I'm getting there, am I being shortchanged, or it's maybe extra benefits I should come lower? So you tell us.
So definitely like our comprehensive cover, which is the traveler, which you are going to get more cover. So with the traveler, for instance, you get about 100,000 USD for medical.
Okay.
But the basic, one good thing about the basic is the basic that we just introduced. We have Euro basic, then we have economy basic.
Okay.
When it comes to the Schengen countries, there's medical is very compulsory, and there's a limit of 30,000.
Yeah.
30,000 euros. So with our package, the normal Schengen that we have, or the standard Schengen that we have, it has that 30,000 medical cover. And the basic that we also introduced has the 30,000 euros cover. So the standard requirement is met. Then you have additional covers too as well. So what we've done is, with the basic one we introduced, there are some benefits that has been a bit lower compared to the standard one. But we've also ensured that where there's a requirement and the standard cover that you need to, we have also given you that cover. So you are not short-lived. It's enough to, cover you for your trips and all that. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you, right, what are some of the smart ways I can plan a trip? if I'm going with, let's say, Adansi, maybe I don't want to go with your usual packages. Can you customize packages for me? If I give you a budget, can you do something around it and tell me, okay, with this budget, it could take you to X or Y country, etc., etc. How can we do those things?
Yes, it's one of the services we are rendering. In fact, this year we promoting that
Okay.
seriously. We call them the FITs, the free individual travels. So we have the group tours, then we have the free individual tours. With the free individual tours, just as you said, you come to us, you tell us what your budget is. If you have a destination in mind, fine. If not, with that budget, we can tell you the various destinations and the various activities that you could do that will still fit. So, like I said, there is something that everyone can have. Just speak to us. Let us know what the budget is. We'll let you know where you can, that budget can take you.
So if we want that information, is it readily accessible? Is it on your website? Do we have agents points, or how do we get that kind of information from you?
You can get some of the information on our website. You can also always call on the websites. You can always call us. We have a chat box where you can always get in touch from all our social media handles. And if you need to speak to an agent, you'll be directly, automatically directed to an agent.
Okay, sure. So if I went on a trip to Sao Tome and something happened to me, how can I put in a claim for travel insurance?
Okay, so before we even get to the claim component, when you go to Sao Tome and something happened to you, in an event of, let's say, if it's medical related, as I mentioned earlier on, there's assistant helplines that you can reach out for them to assist you throughout. And if, let's say, you have to pay, then you have to gather all those receipts, then you file a claim to us. You can either send it to us at Enterprise Insurance, or you forward it to Maudi, our partners who attend to you. They will assess the claim and they will make payment for you.
So, Bright, any final words from you with regards to all that we have shared today? What would you like to tell your audience? I've heard a lot, FTI, something, FIT. So, yeah.
So final is two things. The first thing is to encourage everyone to take advantage of the travel insurance. It gives you total safety. And the thing is that accessing healthcare out there is very expensive. With the example we're given, it was just a saw that they were going to dress, and it was going to cost the woman over $500. She didn't have it. So she actually came back to the hotel. So imagine if she didn't have a travel insurance and she was staying for 7 or so days. That was the first day she was entering the country. So it saved her. Secondly, for those who want to travel, get in touch with us. Normally in August, Adansi has what we call our anniversary trips. And there is something for everyone. You get to experience more. So we call it, we say feel more.
Okay.
And see more. There are so many packages we've put together. Just approach us and you'll get something to enjoy your summer with.
Also. So, Joe, any final words from you?
Okay, so just to add to Bright, I will say that when it comes to travel insurance, we provide cover for both the compulsory countries, especially the Schengen countries, then worldwide, the non-Schengen countries. And don't say that travel insurance is expensive. As I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of packages. At the Enterprise, we have about 8 packages. So meaning, irrespective of where you are going, you will get a package that will suit your pocket.
Yeah.
So come to us and we'll get all your travel needs covered for you.
Amazing. I have a lot of questions now that you started talking, but so thank you, Joseph and Bright. We had a fantastic time listening to you. I think that I'll be seeing you in the corner there so that I can get my travel package for August. So, lovely audience, thank you so much for joining us at Advantage Conversations. I believe that now that you have a wealth of knowledge that has to do with how to get the right kind of travel package from Adansi, of course, and a travel insurance that will keep you protected so that you have the peace of mind. So thank you so much for watching us, and my name is still Amanda. Thank you for watching Advantage Conversations.